Children, each one of you would have heard the word government almost every day in your life, either through your parents' conversation or while surfing news channels or through newspapers, etc. But how many of you really know the meaning of government? What are its duties, responsibilities, etc.? Today, we will learn about the government.
I often come across the word government in my day-to-day life, but till now I have not been able to understand the actual meaning of government.
Don't worry, my girl. I'll clear your doubt today. First, take the example of your house. It is not easy for you to do everything by yourself. You need the help of your parents to provide you food, clothes from the market, and fulfill all your needs so that you can concentrate on your studies, isn't it?
Yes.
Like your parents take care of your needs, the government takes care of the needs of all the people living in a village, state, or country, like the various modes of transport to help you move from one place to another. Sanitation, maintaining law and order so that people can live peacefully and happily. The government basically handles all the big stuffs that is basically difficult for households to handle. Let me now tell you about the Government of India. We also have a government to rule our country. The Government of India, or GOI, officially known as the Union Government and also known as the Central Government. The President, the Vice President, the Prime Minister, and other ministers together constitute the Union Government. Let's learn about the President. The President of India is the head of state of the Republic of India. The President is the formal head of the executive, legislature, and judiciary of India and is the Commander-in-Chief of the Indian Armed Forces. Therefore, the President of India has got the supreme power as the first citizen of India. The President is the executive head of the Union Government. He is elected by an electoral college. It consists of the elected members of both the Houses of Parliament and the state legislative assemblies. He holds office for 5 years. He appoints the leader of the majority party in the Lok Sabha as Prime Minister. He also appoints the other ministers on the recommendation of the Prime Minister. He resides in Rashtrapati Bhavan in New Delhi. Babu Rajendra Prasad was the first President of India. Jawaharlal Nehru was our first Prime Minister. The next important part of the government is the Parliament. The Parliament House marks governance of the world's largest democracy. The Lok Sabha, the Rajya Sabha and the President together constitute the Parliament. The Parliament is the supreme legislature in our country. It conducts its meetings in the Parliament House in New Delhi. In our Parliament, there are two houses, namely the Lok Sabha and the Rajya Sabha. The Lok Sabha is the lower house. It has 545 members. People who completed 18 years of age elect the members of the Lok Sabha. The Lok Sabha members hold office for 5 years. The Lok Sabha is presided over by the Speaker. It makes laws for the whole country. The Rajya Sabha is the upper house. Its members are elected by the members of the state legislative assemblies. It has 250 members. 12 of its members are nominated by the President. It is presided by the Vice President of India, who is the ex officio chairman of the Rajya Sabha. It also participates in the lawmaking process for the whole country. The Supreme Court of India is the highest court in our country. and final court of appeal. It is located in New Delhi. The head of the Supreme Court is called the Chief Justice of India. The Chief Justice and other judges of the Supreme Court are appointed by the President. The Supreme Court has the power to strike down the laws passed by the government. It also has the power to give advice to our President on some important matters. The central government is the government of the country on the whole. It has wide powers. It exercises powers over the subjects in the union list. It executes the laws passed by the Parliament. It maintains the defense of our country. Railways and posts and telegraphs are also under its control. It has some powers over the state governments also. The people who look after the administration at various levels are called officials. The central government looks after various branches of administration through its officials. The Cabinet Secretary is the highest official at the central level. He is assisted in the discharge of his duties by a number of other officials. The government at the state level is known as the state government. The governor, the chief minister, and other ministers constitute the state government. The governor is the executive head of the state government. He is appointed by the president. In principle, he holds office for a period of 5 years. He appoints the leader of the majority party in the Legislative Assembly as the chief minister of the state. The chief minister selects the other ministers and gets them appointed by the governor. Like the parliament at the central level, there is a state legislature at the state level. The state legislature consists of two houses. They are the Legislative Assembly or the lower house and the Legislative Council or the upper house. It is not necessary that each and every state must have two houses. In some states, there is only one house. The meetings of the Legislative Assembly are presided over by the conducts its proceedings. On the other hand, the meetings of the Legislative Council are presided over by the chairman. He regulates its affairs. The members of the State Legislative Assembly are elected by the voters in the state who completed 18 years of age. The members of the Legislative Council are elected indirectly by various bodies. Each state has a high court. Sometimes two or more states may have a common high court. The high court is the highest court in a state. The head of the High Court is called the Chief Justice, and the other judges of the High Court are appointed by the President. Below the High Court, there are other courts like district courts and Munsif magistrate courts. The state government exercises powers over the subjects in the state list. It is responsible for the maintenance of law and order in the state. It undertakes many activities for the development of the state. every state there is administration from the village level to the state capital. The Chief Secretary is the highest official in the state. Below him are various departments, each department headed by a secretary. In the district collector and the superintendent of police are the highest officials. Hope your doubts about Government of India has been cleared. Always remember these things. 1. The President is the executive head of the Union Government. 2. The Parliament consists of the Lok Sabha, the Rajya Sabha and the President. 3. The Supreme Court is the highest court in our country. 4. The central government functions at the central level. 5. The state government consists of the governor, the chief minister and the other ministers. 6. The governor is the executive head of the state government. 7. In the state legislature there are two houses, the Legislative Assembly and the Legislative Council. 8. The High Court is the highest court in a state.
Thank you have cleared all my doubts. It was bothering me for the past few days. Now, I'll always keep these points in my mind.
Student, I hope each one of you would have been benefited from this conversation. Next time, whenever you come across the word garment, I'm sure all the things explained by our Guruji will rush to your mind. All the best and bye for now.